Hey folks, it's Owner's Camp coming at you. We're here with Camp Manor. We are here at Pap's house. Pap called me yesterday, telling me he had a dead battery in his truck. The last time this happened, he had a problem with his security system. It was locked out. I've already given that a try. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically give a check over on the battery and see if we can get this started. I've got my battery, I've got a voltmeter, I've got my charger, and I've got my jump pack here. So let's first things first, let's get the hood popped. I apologize, the lighting's not going to be the greatest under the hood here, but I do have a light. See if we can get that light a little bit closer for you guys. I've worked on this once before, which is why I know it was the security system last time. But this battery is less than a year old. You shouldn't be having these problems. But like I said, we're going to give it a test. I'm going to hook the jump pack to it first. See if that'll do anything. These little jump packs are pretty good. I can't remember what the voltage is on this one or anything like that, but I do know I've used it a couple times on my old Jeep. I've used it on a couple other vehicles that die there at the post office near our house with pretty good success. So we'll turn this on, find the button. There it is. I got a 100% charge on this. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's connected. We're going to try this first, then we'll check the battery with the voltmeter. And we're going to hope and pray that this works. If I can find some place for this to sit. There we go. Walk around the back of the truck because it's a little tight across the front of the truck. We're going to stick the keys in the ignition because I took it out earlier. Okay, the lights and everything are stronger in here. Huh. Okay. Just a low battery. My little jump starter. That's I think I paid $12 or $13 for this one through Temu. I know a lot of people put Temu stuff down, but you know, it's not all that bad. Now, let me get my jump pack off of here. While I'm here, and before I start putting things away, let me check my voltmeter to see what that says. Because if I remember right, last time we did this, or I had this issue, let's bring you in here a little bit closer so you guys can actually see what's going on. And hopefully I can get you guys to where you can see what the voltmeter says. Hey, you can actually see the battery in there. Let's see, we'll turn this on. Now this voltmeter, again, I work things on a budget. I don't have a boatload of money. Okay, I'm touching the top of the negative. We'll touch the positive here. We've got, looks like 15.3 volts, or amps, volts, whatever. Which is pretty good. That's where we want to be. If this thing's charging properly, which it is, which I knew it was last time around. So we'll go from there with it. Let's put you back over here where we started. Now the little voltmeter that I was using, amp meter, voltmeter, electrical tester, digital multimeter. That's what we call it. This is a $4 or $5 item at Harbor Freight. Again, we don't have a boatload of money, so we do a lot of stuff on a budget. And for the most part, I got these for my birthday in March. These are little work lights. Magnet on the back. They've got 3 settings: high, medium, then there's one pinpoint at the front. What I like about these is, yes, it folds down this way, but if you need the light in the other direction, you can flip these all the way over so the light is facing out, and you still have your control, and it's in the other direction. Now, my daughter got me these for my birthday, like I said, and it was a 4-pack for $16. They're rechargeable, USB-C rechargeable, and I tell you, again, Temu. Again, a lot of people put Temu items down, but if you're looking at things and you're working on a budget, they actually have some pretty decent stuff. I've got sockets and wrenches that I carry as backups in my truck. That brake light?
Some kind of lights are over.
Oh yeah, you got all your parking lights on. Well, they're set to automatic. Yeah, I shut them off. Huh? You've got a shut-off spot on them here. Right there. We'll leave it right there then. Which again, that could have been part of the reason it's.
It could have been. I just seen them on them lights.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah. Now, standing here talking to Pap. I'm on my video. I'm standing here talking to Pap. I've got my video going. I'm talking into my microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And as I walked around the back of the truck, he's standing here and he's pointed out that the lights were on. This truck has the automatic lights, and I just flipped them and shut them off. Yeah. I'll show him here in a minute how to turn them back on and how to turn them off. Okay. But again, it's one of them things that might have been what it was that killed this battery. Again, we don't really know. I'm not much for electronics on these trucks. I don't know how to look for a parasitic draw. I don't have all the tools for that. I put the wrong thing in the back of the Jeep. Set you guys right here. Point you up a little bit while I'm talking to you, so you can see my lovely face. There are ways to test for a parasitic draw. It's not something I've ever had good luck with finding. At least not with the tools that I have. I've watched 1,000,001 videos on how to do it. But I'm still not that good with it. Now, I brought my battery charger. Just a small battery charger. I've used it on my ride mower. I've used it on this truck before. I've used it on my Jeep before. The vehicle I had before my Jeep here was an 87 Chevy S10. I've used that to charge the battery on it a couple times with, honestly, great success. I put my jump starter away and my flashlight away a little bit too soon. I'm going to leave this out. We're going to let this truck idle for a little while, which should charge it up. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. Might not be a very long video. We'll add some other stuff in here. We got some garden updates for you guys, things like that. Things are going pretty good for us. So while this is running, I don't want to be out here. We got the garage door open. We went, sit and talk to Pat for a little while. Let it run for about a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'll sit and talk with Pap. I love sitting and talking with him. He's a great guy. Got lots of good stories. He's been around for a while. His family was one of the founders here in Harold, Kentucky. Church up the road here, Vogel Day, I think it is. His family helped build that church originally, and they've done helped do a lot of the upgrades and a lot of the new building for it. So Pap's been around a while. We've talked stories about when he was a kid. There were some Indians up on the hill that used to walk down through his property to go fishing down here and go down to the creek down here behind us. And they made friends. It was nothing out of the ordinary for them. And just getting to hear those stories from somebody who's been around and who have lived through that, to me, that's kind of cool. So I like to hear these stories. Maybe I can sit down and do an interview with him, and he can tell some of these old stories. So I think I'm going to do that for the Historical Society also, but maybe we'll do something different for our page here. I'm going to go ahead and talk with Pat for a little bit, let this run. I'll come back to you when we give it a try again here in a couple minutes. Okay, folks, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, folks, well, we're back. We had the truck started. We let it run for a little while. Then I put it on charge while Pap and I went to get something to eat. So we're going to, let me move you around here to where you guys can see a little bit better and the light's better. That works. I'm sorry about this, folks. I'm trying to get you set up to where you guys can see a little bit better. Some of this was setting up the cameras and getting the right positions and all that. It was a little tough. So we're going to look here at the charger. On the right hand side, we can see there's still one bar. Where is it? You can see there's one bar still flashing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take let me get you some light in here. I'm going to unplug the charger. According to that, it says it's pretty good. Okay. Everything still seems to be nice and cool. So let's give the multimeter a test again. Okay. We checked it last time when it was charging. Now it says 12.84. Battery's supposed to have 12 volts, so that should be a good charge for us. Put that away for now. Now, I'll leave you guys sitting right here, watching the truck, watching the engine bay. I can't walk in front of it, not quite enough room, so I'm going to walk around the back. I'm going to, I guess, open the door, and let's see what everything does in here. Okay. Okay, we used the battery to start the truck, and it started. It was a little slow, but it looks like it's charging back up to just above 14 on our gauge. So while I get everything picked up, I'll leave that sit and run. As you heard, I shut the door. One of the things that I will not do when I'm working on a vehicle, I will not shut a door while it's running, unless I've left the window open. I've done it 1 or 2 times where I've shut the door, and with the security system, it has locked the doors. I don't want that issue today. So, like I said, when you're working on a vehicle and you're gonna shut it down so you can, or let it run while you're doing something else, always open a window. Again, I couldn't tell you. I know at least 5 times where a vehicle is locked on me. So again, I learned after one too many times, either having to break into the vehicle or call the police to get me in. And the reason I had to call the police, honestly, was because my Slim Jim and stuff was always in the trunk. I never kept one in my workshop. It was always in my trunk. And if you can't get in the vehicle, you can't get in the truck. Now, Pap does carry a pair of jumper cables. So if he's out and about, he can get a jump start from somebody if it still acts up. But the key is, hopefully, you won't have that problem anymore. So, folks, I thank you guys for following along. I know I do a lot of stuff here for Pap, here at his house. But, you know, it's one of them things. My wife and I are working with our Bible study. And one of the things that they talk about, or that we've been discussing in our Bible study here lately, has been the term koinonia. And basically what that means is community. In biblical times, if something happened to a husband or a wife or a child, the church would step up and help those people. And that doesn't really happen. I know at one time when I was growing up, there was it's doing good. The thing that I remember most about that growing up is if a neighbor or somebody was having issues, needed help around the house, and needed the grass cut, they were down or whatever, you stepped in and you helped. And that doesn't happen enough anymore. If somebody's got a grass, as soon as somebody complaining about that grass being a problem, step up, go talk to that person, go give them a hand. It doesn't take much to be nice to people. It doesn't take much to be part of a community. So, folks, let's all do a little bit better. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm ranting a little bit here, but there's too much going on in this world for us not to help look out for each other. I think we got the truck ready. So, folks, let's do what we can in the next couple of weeks and do what you can to help somebody, whether it be a neighbor, whether it be a friend, a brother, a sister, whatever. Let's do what we can to help one another. What do you say about that, Pap? What do you think about that? We got to do what we can to help our neighbor, right?
Oh, yeah.
There. Come here and look at me for a minute.
They look like they're on.
No, they're not on. I'll go show you in a minute.
Okay.
Tell YouTube world.
Hello there.
Tell them what you got to do with the community.
But they got a community.
Yeah, we got to help each other.
Got to help each other. Yeah, that's right.
Step up.
I appreciate this man here tremendously. All right.
Step up and be the hands and feet of God. Amen, brother.
All righty. We'll catch you later. Thanks so very much, Amelia.
Thanks for following along, folks. You can catch us here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So follow along, folks. You never know what you're going to see. Never know who we're going to talk to and who we're going to be helping this week.
There you go.
So we love you, folks. We'll catch you on the next one.